EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for the weekend, June 20th and 21st, 2020. For your Saturday, we're expecting a very similar day to what we saw on Friday with the variable clouds, a chance for an isolated to widely scattered thunderstorms. I think the coverage is going to be a little bit less today than we saw on Friday as far as those thunderstorm activity in the same time frame, kind of like 2 to 8 p.m. window. Today, and even less so in coverage on Sunday. And that's the reason for that is because we had an upper level of those sitting over the Carolinas a couple days ago that moved up to West Virginia, Western Pennsylvania, and we are now at the point where we are about right here, where the upper level low is going to be sitting right over central Pennsylvania, and then it's going to on Sunday move offshore, and we'll be out here on Sunday and continue eastward from that point. So here is this is today. This is Saturday where it's situated today, and it's going to allow, where the upper level low is going to allow that counterclockwise flow around it for the opportunity for a pop-up thunderstorm. But I think it's going to be a little bit weaker here today. It was a little stronger out here yesterday, and even stronger when it was down here. So once it gets to this point today, I think it's going to be in a weaker state, and I think that's what the NAM is picking up on this evening, and I'll show you that in a second. The NAM 3 kilometer is now showing less activity here on Saturday than originally thought, or at least less than the global models are indicating here. By the way, today is the first day of summer. The summer solstice arrives at 5:43 p.m. later today, but both Saturday and Sunday are going to be very similar days to Friday in terms of very humid conditions, variably cloudy, so sometimes it's going to be more clouds than sun, other times more sun than clouds. But there is an opportunity between 2 and 8 p.m. on both days to see a pop-up thunderstorm. I think the chances today are not as great as yesterday, and the chances on Sunday are not going to be as great as today. So we're going to lessen those chances as we get through time here with this upper level low moving offshore. And the NAM is showing that here this morning, very similar to Friday, where nothing was going on in the morning. And then when you get in the afternoon hours here, as we move forward in time here, you can see some very widely scattered stuff here. Very widely scattered, not really too impressive through the afternoon hours. Just a few spots can get a pop-up shower or storm, just like we saw yesterday. Same type of variety where we're talking about garden variety storms and pulsars, which are storms that could flare up and produce lightning for a very short period of time, and then they kind of choke themselves out, and then the lightning goes away and just fizzles into just leftover rain. We saw that yesterday. I think the coverage of the storms, though, as far as how much we see across the region today is going to be less than Friday. And then we get to Sunday here. See, that goes away at, right after 8 o'clock. It just kind of disappeared, just like it did yesterday. And then Sunday, very little, if anything, here. Nothing really shown here on Sunday. Just a few spots, seeing a quick shower, and that's it on Sunday. So if the NAM is correct, we're not going to be dealing with much to this weekend, and some areas might get the entire weekend, get through the entire weekend without getting anything at all. Okay, so it's going to be very widely scattered or isolated today, and certainly isolated on Sunday. Here's a look at Sunday as that system moves offshore. Could be some wraparound stuff coming in here that gives you some an isolated shower or storm here on Sunday. But I think, again, Sunday's going to be less coverage than Saturday, which is less coverage than Friday. So it's going to give it less and less with time as the upper level low continues to weaken and moves offshore. Then we get to Monday. Monday, we have a prefrontal trough that's going to get us later in the day. I think just for the interior, you have an opportunity for some scattered thunderstorms. Further east in New Jersey, Delaware, you might not get into it because they're going to run out of daylight, and this moves eastward, and it just runs out of steam as it moves eastward. But along the prefrontal trough axis, which is kind of just sitting over the Appalachians here, you could have some thunderstorms moving along that axis, but depending on where that is, which the models are suggesting are going to be further inland, that's where you have the scattered thunderstorms. Since it's going to be a little more organized with this activity on Monday, later on Monday, there could be some stronger storm potential with this, with some gusty winds. We'll see how that works out as we get a little bit closer. Next forecast video I do is Sunday night, which we'll address this a little bit better once we have better parameters to look at here for Monday and beyond. But it's certainly going to be very hot as we get into the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. And some places might even reach 90 all 3 days. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be, if that happens, it's going to be down here by Philadelphia, in the Philadelphia metro. Further in the interior, probably upper 80s or thereabout on Monday. Near 90 just about everywhere, or maybe even into the low 90s on Tuesday. And then Wednesday are going to be the same thing, kind of like Monday, where upper 80s to near 90 for highs. here for Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, the actual cold front's going to move through, but there will be a cold front moving toward the region on Tuesday. I just don't think it quite gets too far eastward, and is mainly a western PA deal. Maybe central PA gets into some of those storms too, but eastern PA, New Jersey, Delaware, looks like it's going to stay dry, and then the actual cold front will come through here on Wednesday. We left an isolated thunderstorm in the forecast here for Wednesday too, because the front is not going to be completely clear. It won't be until Thursday until we see some kind of relief from this frontal boundary moving through. And if that's the case, then we will have lower humidity and partly cloudy skies both Thursday and Friday for 2 days. It looks like we're having lowered the humidity a little bit. Temperatures are still going to be very warm. On Thursday, we're still expecting kind of mid to upper 80s for highs, and then upper 80s to near 90 by the time we get to Friday. Even though the humidity is going to be a little bit lower, it will be a little bit more manageable. Winds coming out of the west. Not a total drop in humidity to refreshing levels, but it'll be a little bit less. It won't be completely hot and humid like we're expecting beyond Friday of next week. Once we get into the weekend, next weekend, we can turn the humidity up in addition to those temperatures being in the upper 80s to near 90s. So definitely feel like summer going in the week ahead. And this is typical for this time of year. So if you're not a fan of this heat or any heat waves or anything like that, or the humidity, get used to it. We're just starting summer here on Saturday. The Saturday at 5:43 p.m. is when the summer solstice arrives. We have 3 more months of this yet. So it does look like it's going to be a very hot July, as we expressed in the long-range outlook yesterday that I did yesterday morning. Looks like July, August, September is going to be a hot go at it. So get used to it. Try to find some relief wherever you can, because it's going to be a busy summer here as far as temperatures are concerned, with very hot temperatures very frequently getting into the upper 80s and 90s, and high humidity for most of it. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for the weekend, June 20th and 21st, 2020. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.